days like this that I wonder why I live in Texas. You probably hear my air conditioning in my truck blasting full speed, and it's still not cool in my car. It's like 105 degrees outside. Doesn't matter what I do. It's gonna be hot. I'm going to Bedford, Texas to go meet someone. I was looking at OfferUp a couple days ago, and I found a listing. Guy had possibly is the craziest, dare I say, coolest guitar Peavey ever made. So it's a Peavey Mystic, has the original case, a Mystic. It's kind of like a Dean ML or a BC Rich Bitch mixed with a boomerang. It's just crazy. It's awesome. I love Peaveys from this era. When I was a kid, my dad was in a band with a friend of his, and the guy in the band had a Peavey Classic 50, and my dad hated that amp. My dad's kind of, if Red Foreman and Hank Hill had a baby, that would be my dad. So he's this kind of curmudgeon, elitist, purist, just doesn't like things that aren't original. That amp was too heavy, it didn't sound right, the impedance, something, I don't know, who knows what was wrong with the amp, but my dad hated it. And they were in basically a Lynyrd Skynyrd cover band. They played a lot of Lynyrd Skynyrd songs, and as you know, Peavey got pretty big because they used exclusively Peavey amps. They were out of Mississippi, I think it was, so was Peavey. So anyways, I started to get into Lynyrd Skynyrd, and I realized that my dad hated Peavey. Absolutely couldn't stand Peavey. So it kind of turned into this joke because I knew it would piss my dad off because he's so hair triggered, everything pisses him off. I talk about how great Peavey was. And ironically, sometime in my late teens, early 20s, I realized that the late 70s to late 80s Peaveys actually were pretty good guitar. This one, definitely hair metal generation, has to be a late 80s one. They say handcrafted in the USA, so at some point they went from being built in America, actually made in America I should say, to where the parts were being made overseas, but then they were assembled in America. And that's what this one is going to be. It'll be Chinese, Korean, India maybe, I don't know where they were getting the parts from, but they assembled it in America. And they're pretty good little guitars, and for the money they're amazing. So anyways, I'm looking at this guy's list, I see this guitar, and I send him a message. I'm like, God, that is freaking amazing. So the guitar, he has it listed, comes with a Crate 212 amp. $300 he wants for that. And then I see another listing which was those two items plus a PRS Tremontie, which to me, PRS is kind of like Peavey is to my dad. I don't get it, I don't like it. Makes me think of Creed, which literally is probably one of the worst bands ever. I think Tremontie was possibly the guitar player from Creed anyways. He asked me if I was interested in the PRS. So I said, yeah, sure, if it's cheap enough, I'll check it out. So I'm headed out there. I don't know if I'm in the PRS. He wanted $600 for the Peavey, the Crate, and the PRS. So I have $450 on me. I'm gonna see if I can get all of it for $400. I will pay $450 for it. If not, I may pay up to $300 for the Peavey and the Crate, but probably not. I'm probably gonna try to get it for like closer to $250 instead of $300. But yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, got it all. Got a pretty good deal too. Talk about it later. All right, so I got the guitars here. So I got the Crate amp. This is a GLX212. Crates kind of get a bad rap, but it's actually a pretty good amp. Got that Valvetronics back there, pretty much from the same era. Honestly, they're not too far apart. Gonna look at the PRS and then do the Peavey. I was pretty surprised by the PRS. I was talking crap on it earlier, but back when we had the guitar store, we used to sell Deans, and they were made in Korea. They're good guitars. And this one reminds me a lot of those Dean guitars. It's Korean made. The only difference really is the neck on this one feels a little wider than what you would have with like a Gibson guitar. And it's more kind of like a Fender feeling neck, but then it's short like a Gibson. So, you know, that kind of skinnier Gibson neck, I know that it's going to stop, but this one I feel like it should keep going, but it ends. So it's a bit of a weird feeling, for me at least. Just not something I'm used to. I wonder if that's how all the PRSs are. I've never actually really played any of them, so I don't know. Maybe someone can tell me. So this guy, black, it whoever had it used it quite a bit. Scratched up, got some good belt rash, but the frets aren't too worn out. They feel pretty nice, and the neck feels great. It's broken in, plays well. Have it on the clean channel, have it muted or unmuted. It's nice that it has a mute and the tuner still works. It's also nice that it has a built-in tuner. I love amps with built-in tuners. So turn it down just a little bit. Bridge position. So it's a slow trim chorus plus reverb. Lots of reverbs. Let's see, there's a delay. Let me try the delay. So the only problem with that is there's no tap tempo. So you can't control the speed of it, but it's kind of cool to have a delay on there. It's definitely an entry-level amp, but I think the sound on it's actually really nice, real clear. So let's go. Pleasantly surprised by this guitar. I like that amp. Let's mute the amp. Let's put the Tremontie, which I did find out for sure that this guy is the guitar player from Creed. So I was thinking about looking up how to play some Creed licks on it, but I saw some videos on how Warner Brothers doesn't really like people playing their songs, and decided that I probably just better not play any songs. So I don't really know what the rules on all that are. I'll figure that out a little bit better. But right now I'm just kind of gonna play some chords, make some noise. This is the real reason I bought the whole lot. This Peavey thing's amazing. The Mystic. So it's older than I thought. knob should have been a giveaway. So this is probably a 83 or 84, I think, are the 2 years they made. So it came with a bag full of tuner parts, and this originally had shallers on it, and someone put Godos on it, and then the shallers have been put back. There's still one Godo for some reason, but the shaller is right here in this bag of parts. So I'm gonna switch that out and then have a bag of 5 Godo tuners, which, you know, everyone needs 5 Godo tuners. I think I have a set of 5 black Godo tuners as well, so maybe I can mix and match, do 3 black, 3 chrome or stainless steel. You guys think that'd look good? Unfortunately, it doesn't have the black back plate. I think it's just kind of like a normal Fender black plate anyways. Apparently, these pickups are humbuckers until you get to about 7 or so. I think it's volume, tone. We'll figure that out in a minute. The knobs actually aren't lined up right. So when you turn the volume up past 7, it coil taps them and they become single coil. It's in about the worst possible spot. Sonically, I think I like the PRS a little bit better than this guitar. I like the neck better on this one. Just all around feel. Feels like a vintage guitar. Got a few dings. One right there. One here. And there's on that same side there's a big one there, and then quite a few around the horns. But 30 plus year old guitar, you'd expect that. Okay, so it's a master volume and then tone. Right. I don't hear the coil tap. Apparently it does it. Anyways, cool guitar. Little rail pickups instead of regular humbuckers. Nice maple neck. Not too bad of fret wear on this thing. Been played a bit. You can tell they played the top frets a lot, but the rest of the frets are pretty good. Overall, pretty good shape little guitar. So I'm excited to get this one. Love the look of it. Can't believe it has the case.